We finally have an answer to one of football theology's most weighty questions. Can Lionel Messi do it on a warm, wet night in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, it's a run and it's a touch from Lionel Messi.
Again, the heavens opened up biblically, just as it is unveiling. And so this Floridiate Limp Bizkit derby into Miami against Orlando City was weather delayed. And yet again, Lionel Messi proved that he might just be pretty good at this whole football lark.
His 5th goal!
5 goals in 3 matches so far for Inter Miami. That's good, right? This week in the Messiverse, we open with a hot take. Might Lionel Messi already be the very greatest player ever in Leagues Cup history? So enter Orlando City, the dread local rivals, in the prestigious round of 32 of the Leagues Cup. They came in hot to show Messi what real Florida men are all about. And make no mistake, this is a derby with proper history. Some Orlando fans couldn't contain themselves in the build-up, venting their fury by defacing Messi's Vice City mural with royal purple paint. Yeah, give it a coat of the Sherwin-Williams. That'll show 'em. Into the game, Orlando tried to channel this spicy spirit. Cesar Rajo did his best to wind up Messi. Folks, we are watching a man essentially attempt to juggle with chainsaws here. And the heavy challenges flew in, but spoiler alert, none of this worked.
Clipping it, Messi!
It took a whole 384 seconds for Messi to score off the sweetest of Robert Tractor Taylor passes.
Another early one for Inter Miami!
Yes, I didn't expect the Orlando defence to boldly hold out that long either. And then our Kings scored again after 72 minutes.
Another brace for Lionel Messi!
South Beach total football.
No stopping Lionel Messi!
He hit the Wakanda Forever celly. Must be so nice to be sure you're going to score bucket loads of goals that you even have a second pre-planned, pre-trained celly. You're into Miami, rolled 3-1 to advance to the round of 16, all while hosting more celebrities rolling in for their first ever soccer games. Behold, Derek Jeter, the David Beckham of baseball, a new Florida resident, fresh off buying that $37.5 million mega mansion on Star Island, to Mr. Rick Ross.
What brings you out here tonight?
I'm happy to be here, just the energy, the new energy that's in the city. My first soccer game ever. This has changed the entire energy of the state.
See kids, as your mum and dad told you, hustling every day does pay off. And they weren't the only people making their debuts, because Miami also introduced a more familiar football face.
The newest member of Inter Miami squad, Jordi Alba.
The gang's getting back together again. Alba joining former Barcelona teammates Messi and Sergio Busquets. And Alba even had the honour of rubbing some sweat on Beck's sharp blue suit to mark the occasion. Remember kids, before Messi and co joined, this Miami team were winless in 9 games, and now they just ripped off 3 straight wins on the trot. That includes last week's rumble against Atlanta United in the Leagues Cup group stages. Diddy, DJ Khaled and Camila Cabello were the in-house celebs for Messi's first Inter Miami start. And Giggs, no, not Ryan, I meant the UK hip-hop star. And Messi kicked off the game with a lovely human moment, consoling DJ Khaled's crying son, who was lined up in front of him as a mascot and understandably got a little overwhelmed by the whole situation. Sad, we've all been there. I'm a grown man, but we all know I'd piss my pants if Messi so much as touched my shoulders. And soon it would be Atlanta crying. They earned the distinction of becoming the 100th opponent Lionel Messi has scored against.
Messi!
In this one, Lionel rolled back the years to spring the defence like a sprightly young Rosario Colt, sprinting to glory and then assisting himself off the post. And 60 minutes later, another one!
Taylor cutting it back. Martinez left it for Messi! Oh my word!
At this point, man was averaging a goal every 90 minutes for Miami. And you know Messi's so good, not even our goat Bradley Guzan can stop him. I know, Brad, I know. And on this day, Messi would bust out the Thor celly, with his wife letting the world know that his kids, whose dad is a real-life superhero, happen to be huge Marvel fans. And maybe that's why he joined an American club, a nation where people would vibe more with all these blockbuster-themed cellies. Miami finished as 4-0 winners, Messi creating for Robert Taylor.
Off the post and in!
Who is, and don't let the stereotypical Finnish name fool you, MLS Neymar.
Oh, does he love playing with Lionel Messi?
mean, how incredible must all this feel for Robbie Taylor, a Finnish bloke with a 12-year journeyman career who's played for such backwater clubs as JJK, Rops, AIK, Tromsø, Brann, and now he's vibing telepathically with the best to ever do it.
Someone check the heart rate of Robert Taylor because he died and went to heaven.
And the Miami records keep breaking. This game was the first they'd ever led at half-time by 3-0. Don't you think Lionel Messi's starting to think, what if I played my whole career in MLS? What then could I have achieved? A win so comprehensive, even Busquets was trending on Twitter.
Sí, Miami.
But let's be honest, Messi's the only one people are here to see. It's a time-lapse of exactly what happened in the stadium the second Messi was substituted in the 77th minute. Miami fans gonna Miami fan. They left in droves. Fans of the man, not yet the team. On the field, some of the most competitive action takes place amongst the opposition players, arguing over who'll have the honour to swap sweat-soaked jerseys with the Messi goat after the match. That there's some high-stakes rock, paper, scissors. The Athletic reports that MLS players get an allotment of just 10 jerseys throughout the season, and that includes the ones they throw out to fans after the game. Adidas, in their wisdom, has decided to give Lionel as many as he needs. As for the rest of us, per Fanatics, the first 24 hours of Messi jersey sales were the single best of any player changing teams in the history of sports. Yes, Messi shirt sales beat Cristiano Ronaldo to Manchester United, Tom Brady to the Bucks, and LeBron James to the Lakers. They sold out online and in the stadium. Maybe that's why Messi had to resurrect Argentina's World Cup 1994 kit. Yes, a Diego Maradona homage. And cash registers will be ringing as Adi have decided to resurrect retro Argentina kits to the public and remind us of the glorious times past when the world's best players once walked American soil. And all of this is big money. In fact, Inter Miami are projecting they'll double their revenue.
Our revenues will increase, they'll 2x over the course of the next 12 months.
Some context, Miami reported $56 million revenue last year. Yes, which is about a tenth of your average NFL team. But now, even opposition teams are getting in on that windfall. Atlanta United are reporting they will earn an estimated $4 million extra in gross revenue when Miami visits the Mercedes-Benz Stadium next month as they open the Upper Bowl, even though they play on artificial turf. And Lionel might actually skip the trip. Goats don't like to feed on the synthetic stuff. Messi, though, is everywhere else. Dinner with David Beckham, Sergio Busquets and their wives, where? At Bad Bunny's Miami Steakhouse. Now, whoever had that string of words in your Mad Libs bingo, come and collect your winnings. He handed out a custom Club Pink branded pair of Beats by Dr. Dre headphones to each and every one of his new teammates. He met with a sweet little kid who's on the very same growth hormones Messi himself once took as a child, was mobbed on the street in Miami, even popped up on the side of a giant cargo ship. Where will we find him next? Well, that's easy. 9200 World Cup Way, Frisco, Texas, for Lionel's first ever away game for Inter Miami in the League's Cup round of 16 this Sunday, August 6th. I, for one, can't wait to find out the answer to this question. Can Lionel Messi do it after a grueling domestic flight to Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and with a belly stuffed full of Goldie's barbecue? We'll learn the answer on next week's voyage into the Messiverse. It's like a podcast, but we're moving pictures. Subscribe to the Men in Blazers on YouTube to feed your footballing goat addiction.